What does the next 12 months look like for this brand? So as I've said a few times, the key objective here is initially to get as many petrol heads as possible driving and into their dream cars, and then as we establish and we build that trust and we earn the right to be where we want to be, is to get as many petrol heads as possible owning their dream cars. That dream of looking out your window and thinking, that's my car, that is. So the key objective over the next 2 or 3 months is to have everything finalised, proof check everything, do lots of test runs to make sure everything's working well, and then launch. That's a very exciting part, which I'm really looking forward to. The first competitions will be focused, as I've said, around driving experiences. I'm really working to make sure there's as big a variety, so it's not just the same thing every time, and each competition will provide new opportunities and new possibilities to what you can actually go out and do, and hopefully bring something very special. So one thing I'm not sure if I've mentioned yet is cash alternatives for every winner. So yeah, all winners will be offered a cash alternative, which would be mentioned in the description of each competition. I know it's a very common practice, so the main reason I'm doing it is to just give you option and choice when you win, which I think is quite important. So after we've launched and it's been a few months, if I'm honest, I don't really know where things will be. My goal isn't money, my goal isn't profits. My main goal is, in all honesty, to break even. I think transparency is very important, and as I've said, I will be as honest as I possibly can with everybody and share everything I possibly can. It's what I'm building it for. So profit is not a goal. Obviously long term, yes, of course, if I want to build and grow the brand. But at this stage, the key thing for me really is building the trust, building a reputation, I suppose, really. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on for that stage, and then I want to reinvest everything back into it to make everything just work better. So from the competitions, to make them smoother, build relationships and get better prizes, and then eventually, once the time has come and we're ready to, then bring cars into the equation. And I've got a few people I've been speaking to, so I think we can get some pretty cool cars actually, which I'm really excited about. But as I say, that's down the line. If we're fortunate enough and lucky enough to get to that point, then that's what it'll be bringing. But so the next 12 months is predominantly going to be the initial launch and focusing primarily on giving the best experiences possible, getting as many winners as possible, which can't be a bad thing, and just building and solidifying what the brand is, and hopefully then the following 12 months will be very exciting. So just let me know if you have any questions. I did want to do a Q&A style video, but I've not really had that many questions yet, so I can't really do one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to think of questions that people may have or that could pop up along the coming months and try and just answer them in any way I can, and hopefully that helps a little bit too. So thank you for following the journey so far, and speak soon.